All right, real quick, let's talk about some of the plugins that is on the console. They do have some plugins, some compressors, and some other stuff. What are we going to be using today? We're going to get to the delay because we're going to do a quick mix and just kind of see how I kind of approach it. Today I have two dual leisure compressor setup and a Fairchild comp. What am I doing? I'm using the Fairchild comp for my left-right since I'm not using I'm not using my mix bus. I'm using the Fairchild comp for my left-right, and then for the compressors, the dual, which is the LA2, I have them inserted on the snare. Let me see. I have it inserted on the snare, and then I have one on the lead vocal and one on the bass. So let's see, where do we start? Let's look at what we're doing with the snare real quick. Let's see what we're doing with the snare. All right, we're gonna mute everything else. We're just gonna leave the drums open and then let's see what it's doing. In this case, I do have it post. For the snares in this case, I have it post the compression, stuff like that. So let's activate those two. Let's see what's going on here and see what damage we're doing. All right, let's see it play. Let's see. So let's see, where's the snare playing? That's without. It's just adding some body and some depth to the snare. This is without, with. And it's probably the same concept with the side snare. So that's what's really going on with that. Let's take a listen and see what is happening on the bass. What I'm doing with that on the bass. So with the bass also, it's in this case it's coming pre EQ and everything. And I'm doing that because I'm trying to get a little bit more control on the bass just before it goes into playing and then compressing. So let's see what we're doing. We're gonna take it to bypass real quick and then let's play. We're gonna play and then we're gonna see what is happening. Unactivated. So I mean, we can see it's not really doing much in this case. I mean, if we go further down the song, so maybe when it digs in, it just controls it a bit without. So it's just more for control at the top end. LA2, you know, adding some warmth also. Okay. And then let's take a listen and see what it's doing on the lead vocals, all right? Lead vocals, what are we doing? We're also doing it pre. So we're trying to control the compression just before it gets in there. Let's bring in the keys and the loop and then lead vocal. Let's see what's going on with that real quick.
For me, say never let a rock shake. Never let. Oh.
So you can see it's compressing heavily. Let's bypass.
No, never.
Get her.
I'll never let a rock cry out for me.
So maybe I'll dial back the compressor just a bit.
Never. I'll never let a rock cry out. Come on and lift it. Oh, no, never.
Without.
I'll never let a rock cry out for me. Oh.
You don't really hear the compression. If you listen, you can't really hear the compression. Now if I bypass it, you can hear it though.
And we will not keep quiet. We're gonna keep on praising. I will not be silent. I'm gonna keep on.
So that's what we're doing. We're gonna start the whole mix.